All right, guys, good morning and welcome back to the channel. I hope you had a great weekend. Happy New Week to you guys. And as usual, I'm back again to let you guys know what's currently happening with our players, for their club side. And let's start with that beautiful goal that Alex Iwobi scored, on Saturday when Fulham played Wolverhampton Wanderers. It was a fantastic finish, from outside the box, curling, the ball with his left foot was such a joy, to see Alex will be getting back to scoring ways. But unfortunately, they lost that game 4 goals to 1. He will be, opened the scoring in the 20th minutes, but they relaxed, after that, and then started conceding goals upon goals, and in the end, they ended up conceding 4 goals. But good to see him get back on the scoring sheet, and he made some really interesting contributions to this game. And then we also saw Kevin Bassi, who will not be proud of, he and his teammates will not be proud of conceding 4 goals, in a match. But again, it's an experience that they want to not uh, live in. They want to move past it. Hopefully, from next week, start getting the result. But also, we saw Chelsea play Leicester City, and Ndidi was in the center of the midfield in their defeat to Chelsea. 2 goals to 1 was the final score. Leicester City unable to get anything from that game, even though they actually played at home. Chelsea side were obviously too strong for them. Ndidi, interestingly, had a very important chance, close range to put one for his club, but he sent that one flying high. But beyond that, guys, we still had lots of Nigerian players making appearances for their club sides. Nottingham Forest fell in the hands of Arsenal, 3 goals to 0. Our man Aina wasn't able to get anything from that one. He was, in fact, one of the lowest rated player for that night with 5.9. Is actually the lowest according to uh, what's their name, according to flash score ratings. All right, but they will hope to get back to winning ways a couple of days to come. And then also interestingly, we saw Paul Onachu, who hasn't made an appearance in a while, make an appearance yesterday, being Sunday, for his Southampton side. But they were narrowly defeated by Liverpool, 2 goals to 3. I actually felt that they deserve to get something out of the game because they played really, really well, for for that match. But Paul Nacho, very nice to see him. He's actually started the game, but was substituted later in the second half. Our other brother Joe Aribo had to come in from the bench to make an appearance for Southampton. But guys, let's move over to the Serie A, where Ademola Lookman got on the score sheet yet again for the umpteenth time this season. Ademola Lookman actually, had a strong performance for Atlanta. That match actually came on Saturday. You know, Atlanta versus Parma. Lookman scoring 1 goal for his team. You know, and the victory for Atalanta and Ademola Lookman was such an important victory, on Saturday, that at that point they actually were even topping their league, with 28 points. But then, later on by Sunday, when Napoli played their game, Napoli won their match, and then they are now currently, Atlanta are now currently second with Napoli, occupying the first position with 29 points. But again, we also saw other players, make some really great contributions. For example, the likes of Rafael Onyedika scored a goal, as his Club Brugge side completely humiliated big rivals at STVV, 7 goals to 0. Onyedika scoring one of the goals for his team on that day. And then we also had, the likes of, Super Falcons striker Rusala Babadili, who scores for Tenerife against Barcelona. This is her third goal of the season, and she continues to do some really, important work for this uh, TB Tenerife side. Who else? We had the FISAYO Bashir, who also came in as a sub to score uh, an important goal, more or less. They were already winning 2-0, but he came in the 85th minute and then scored one goal to end it at 3-0, for Lazio as they defeated Bologna. So lots of strong performances that we've seen our players put in, and of course it was more or less a great weekend for the majority of our players, and it's so nice to see that they are holding their own in Europe. Before I forget, we also have our brothers out there in the Turkish Super League who performed as well. For example, David Okereke, uh, you know, was on the mark to score one goal for his Gaziantep side as they defeated Istanbul Besiktas 3 goals to 0. Okereke actually coming in from the bench to play 20 minutes and then scoring one goal for himself. And then we also have Victor OSIMHEN making a strong appearance for Galatasaray. He didn't score a goal today, which doesn't happen frequently, but he played 90 minutes, uh, had some really good number of attempts. I think he actually had up to 3 shots, but didn't score. The goal finally came from Bashwaya in the 54th minute, and that was just the only goal that that ended the game. But the most important thing, about that match for me is the influence Victor Osimhen had, on the match, and also how he uh, forced or reminded Bashwai to dedicate that goal to one of their fans who lost his life when he was traveling to watch the Tottenham game, Tottenham versus Galatasaray. I think that was around last week or last 2 weeks in Europe when they were playing in Europe. So the man apparently lost his life, and then Osime reminded Bishwai to dedicate that goal to him. So he forced him to run towards, the stand where the guy's picture was, and then he dedicated that goal to him. Bishwai also has a little bit of thing to say about Osime's influence, and what he feels playing with Osime in the same team. But Bishwai said, I can play as a single forward or a double forward. Victor is good at area balls because he is tall. He also makes deep runs, while I am good technically on the side. So Bashwai is currently enjoying partnership with Victor Osimhen. Of course, who wouldn't enjoy partnering with Victor Osimhen? Victor Osimhen is such a hard worker, and definitely if you're in the same team with him, you would love someone who works hard for the team, and I think it's just perfectly normal. Well, that is the update, guys. Thanks for watching this one. Don't forget to uh, drop, in the comment section any of our players out there in Europe that you think I might have left out. I'm sure there are a lot of them. Possibly make a video to talk about them if it's still relevant. But thanks for watching. Leave a like for the video, subscribe to the channel, and stay tuned for more updates.